Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. You know, all the good things about being in a sort of team, having that co-op kind of experience, you know, having somebody that to help you out and do things like turn the constructor off after you finished with it and turn the food processor off after you finished with it, and also to be responsible with your things and to not go and get them blown up and put massive holes in them and then leave them there for someone else to fix. You know, all those things that are great about co-op and working with other people. It's great. Static left me this wonderful message. Hey, so funny story. You know it's going to be good when he starts the goddamn explanation with, hey. So, in fairness, providing, of course, that his explanation here is 100% true and accurate, and that it's not a case that he's just crap after being away from the game for over a year, flew up to a drone base going, ha, drone base, easy, and then took rockets and in the middle of the ship. Now, in fairness to him, I took a rocket, but it only blew a wing off, and that's because I'm really good at this game. Yeah. He's claiming some bollocks about lag spikes, and then all of a sudden, no, the ship's spiraled out of control. You know, this server is based in New York, which is exactly where Static lives, so the likelihood of him getting hit by a lag spike is just diminished. It's just diminished more than his explanation. I'm not sure I believe it. I'm not sure how he managed to get it back here, considering that what's missing in the middle of there is also the fuel tank and generator. I'm guessing he managed to tow it back here on another one of his SPs. But an entire side is missing. I think there's an entire side of it over here that's just missing. What is this? What is this? This is an outrage. Lighted tried to put something funny here to disparage me, but I am better than him and removed it without him knowing. He is, as always, a fool. Coming from the guy that did that to my ship. Honestly, just playing with other people, man. Playing with other people, I just can't even. Anyway, today's episode is supposed to be all about building a CV and getting the arse bandit out of here. Can I climb this ladder, please, Elion, without falling off of it, please? Oh, there's an SV up here, look. Is this warp capable? This must be one that Static brought in. It's nice that his SV is all in nice condition and, you know, tidy and not blown up and stuff. Ah, look how fresh this looks, you know, untouched it looks. Oh, and this is very familiar. This is actually quite a nice ship, in fairness. Actually quite a nice. This is a prefab, and yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. But also, look how nice and tidy and undamaged that one is. So I think they just took a look at my ship and decided that it was between. I suppose that's what it is. Okay, should I take my ship to the moon and potentially get it damaged, or should I take Spanj's ship to the moon and potentially get it damaged? Yeah. There's a bit of explanation around it. Anyway, fine. I think damn sentry guns have really eaten through. Anyway, the good news is that the ship, the Thunderstrike here, has regenerated, so we'll have another bunch of thrusters that we can salvage on it. Now, hopefully, the ships on the moon and stuff are regenerated, and we can go and resalvage them. Although a lot of them, I think, were regenerating. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, so yes, still very much so in the situation where we do not have anywhere near enough flux coils or neodymium to even joke about making CV components and parts and stuff. If we look into our parts box, we have a grand total of a starter block and 2 RCSs. Well, we do have a detector, in fairness, and some doors and some grow plots, and that's about it. That's about it, really. So we have a real lot of work to do, and we need to escape today. We need to escape today, because if we don't, this entire planet wipes and resets, because multiplayer server, and starter planets wipe and reset to allow new players to come on fresh and enjoy the starting playfield fresh and new. Which means that the current players have to, you know, hurry and get off. So I have a real task ahead of myself today. And as like I showed you in previous episodes, what I'm going to do is take apart the Thunderstrike in terms of, you know, useful components. I think for the moment we have enough titanium plates and steel plates and stuff that if I wanted to, I could make a lot of hardened steel blocks. You know, I don't even need to make the standard steel. With these titanium plates, I can make hardened steel. I've even got Sathium plates in there because obviously a lot of this ship is combat steel. So I'm going to recover the thrusters from this again, and any other useful parts I can find again, and then I need to go up and explore the wrecks and things like that. If they've not regenerated, I'm not sure what to do. That ship up there doesn't have a warp drive. This ship doesn't. Well, this ship's buggered now, isn't it? Really. None of our ships have warp drives. So the idea, I guess, of going, because Delta asteroid field. Let's have a quick check. Well, that's got titanium. That no Neo. The nearest Neo source. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know where the nearest Neo source is. That clicking is really annoying. It's over here. Delta 4 Moon. I'm going to have to turn these turrets off. Shush, boys. Shush. I put them up to keep predators away from the camp, and they've done a great job, but they have eaten through 4,000 rounds of ammunition keeping predators away from this camp. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, so, I don't know, it's a really difficult one. Do we continue to try and find enough Neo and stuff to build a CV, or do we go ahead and build an SV warp drive and try and get over to one of the neodymium deposits? I'm sort of thinking, do you know what? I'm sort of thinking that an SV warp drive and going over to where there are neodymium deposits is probably the quicker... No! Oh, you son of a bean. Okay, well, I don't have the upgrade points to unlock a pentaxid tank or short-range warp drive. I am level 16. Okay. I need to get level 17 then, which is not too far. Still a fair old way. Before I can even unlock those SV components. Well, I think basically I've got a lot of work to do. But honestly, I think the lesser of the evils is to just warp over to Delta 4 with an SV, grab as much neodymium from these deposits as I can find them and stuff, and get back here. I also need a titanium because I need titanium rods, not plates. I've got a lot of titanium plates, but not rods. Anyway, job number 1, repair my feckin' SV. Multiplayer. Who'd have them? Well, ladies and gentlemen, after a bit of exploring in space, I managed to find the Ilmarinen up here. And, well, I haven't got the mission to do it, so I thought, screw it. I've done this thing so many times, I'm just going to blast through. And that's what I did. I just blast through this block here. This seems to be an older version, because it's still got the Council of Weirdos up here. You blast through this block here, and then there you go. There's the core. I've already taken the core. Unfortunately, obviously, some of these bastards have already spawned. But what I'm going to do, I don't think the Ilmarinen's got much in the way of thrusters and stuff, but it has got a decent amount of loot that's going to make this worthwhile. So once I deal with the odd horror here that seems to be sort of popping out of the walls, I'm going to sort of proceed through this and try and take apart as much as I can. This doesn't seem to regenerate, which is actually a problem because I haven't actually set the orbits of these playfields to regenerate at all. So once I've taken this apart, it's never coming back again. So I'm going to have to fix that. That's going to be something I have to fix in this server. But nothing we need to worry about right now. Right now, I'm just going to loot the crap out of this place and take apart anything worth taking apart. Pretty good. It's good that it was here. It's good that it's here. There's like all sorts of stuff. Like I said, once I dealt with the horrors and things like that, you know, taking apart, you taking apart these doors. You know, I've got some good components in them. Not to mention all the other components throughout this place. There's a drill turret over here as well. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit that in the SV. Again, I might just take it apart as a salvage and get what I can out of it. It should keep me busy for a while anyway. Well, the looting and killing of those horrors from the Ilmarinen has got me another level up, so I have a few more points to spend. Let's go ahead and get an SV warp drive and a pentaxid tank here. I still have some points left over, so I'm going to get a mobile SV constructor, some rocket launchers as well. I think that'll have to do because I think I'm going to have to reserve. No, I've already unlocked a bunch from the capital vessel chain anyway, so that is all good. In fact, I might as well even spoil myself a little bit. Yeah, polarized shield and maybe even some T2 thrusters. Why not? Why not? Let's just go for it. I'm going to leave the rest in reserve for anything I haven't really thought about actually unlocking yet. Maybe some auto mining devices, because on the loot, or in the loot I should say, of the Ilmarinen, 2 auto miner cores. Very, very nice. Excellent stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is build myself an SV warp drive and upgrade somehow. Not sure I'm going to be able to do this so gracefully, because this is what is this, 2 high by like 5 wide or something ridiculous. And I'm probably going to need a larger generator and fuel tank. I've already upgraded this thing to tier 2 in fairness. So yeah, let's get some of these thrusters as well. These will take cobalt alloy, which we have plenty of. Now, in regards to the CV, I did loot 33 flux coils, which is enough to get a CV warp drive, because that costs 20, I believe. Yep, 20 flux coils, but each of these small thrusters alone cost 2 flux coils, the largest 4. So with a warp drive, I can then afford 6 small thrusters, which is 1 in every direction. If I was building a rocket style thing with just thrust in one direction, then I could probably get away with 6 thrusters and lift off the planet at least. But I think I can manage in the time that I have left before this planet is wiped to go ahead and warp to nearby playfields that have titanium, like the Delta asteroids over here, and neodymium, like Delta 3. Or was it Delta 4? I can't remember. One of the Deltas. Might be 4. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with that plan for now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've upgraded the SV slightly. So same sort of principle design, although I've had to make her a little bit chunkier in order to fit the warp drive in. So she's a bit thicker in every department now, really. 6 lifting thrusters, mediums and smalls, 4 T2 forward thrusters. She is now a T2 vessel. Oxygen station plus oxygen tanks, as well as a fridge as usual. Armor locker tucked in there. A stylish and completely non-functional wing. Spread out the gats, but ultimately the same 4 gats. And the same for small reverse thrusters as well. So all in all, she's got more strafe ability for thrusters. She's faster in a straight line and has more lifting capacity. But reversing, yeah, she might struggle a bit there. Mostly still plastic in order to keep the weight down. Not planning to get her into too much trouble. And warp capable. So, of course, everything is filled to the brim here. And fuel and ammunition and such. So we're going to go ahead and save a template. I know! Who the hell am I? What the hell's going on? It just saved a template. And I must be mad. Anyway, we're going to head off now to the asteroid field to try and pick up some titanium. I've left the base with plenty of power, so hopefully that will return power switched on and stuff. And I'll fly the titanium back here, and then we'll quickly run off and go and get some neodymium. And hopefully we'll get enough neodymium to build us a CV and get the hell out of here before this planet wipes and we all end up back in the Stone Age. So we are locking onto the Delta asteroid field over here, and I'm hoping that we're going to be allowed to walk back when we're done. Fingers crossed. Bingo, welcome to the Delta asteroid field. I just need to locate a titanium asteroid, which hopefully won't be too difficult. Looks like it's not going to actually be out in the asteroid field where I'd expect them to be. They're going to be out on their own over here. Fair enough. A couple of Xaraxian scumbags seem to be around here too. Let's see if we can find some titanium. Okay, good. Found some titanium. Actually, the last asteroid. I think I was going to... Well, I checked all the other ones that we came in near. They were iron and cobalt. Some defense stations. Seems to be a Polaris something nearby. Anyway, good news, we found some titanium. So now I just need to get him mining it I think I've got my EVA boost on. Oh, hello. You seem to be upside down for some reason. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not freezing to death, so that is always a win. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Ilmarinen loot epic heavy sniper winner. I did actually get an epic EM pulse rifle as well, but unfortunately I can't make the ammunition for it yet, so it's kind of pointless right now. Anyway, heavy sniper for the win. Let's mine some titanium. Fill the bowels of the ship up, and then take this back, and then we'll go get some neodymium. That's 1,500 titanium after trashing a bit of crushed stone. Well, you know, whatever. That's pretty good. It's not bad. 1,500 titanium should get us through. Well, what we need. Should be what we need, but yeah, we need to head back now to... Oh, God. Pandora. There we go. We'll drop this off at the base, and then we're going to head out and get some titanium. Wait, no. Neodymium. That doesn't really, you can't really sing neodymium. Doesn't really work like that. I've got titanium. Anyway, you get the idea. Neo. I meant Neo. I just realised my ship is not symmetrical. Look at the blue glowies on the outer edges, on the wings. That's going to trigger me for the rest of this trip now. God damn you, symmetry mode. This is why I don't build in survival mode. It just, yeah. Anyway, we're after neodymium. Neodymium. How do you say that? How do you say neodymium? Dymium? There it is. Neodymium. Delta 4. Lock target. Arrow of Destiny. There you are. Right. Tally ho. Hey. Neodymium. That's what I'm going to go with. Neodymium. Space mining is fun. Space mining is fun. By hand, especially. Ooh, when I get a CV mining turret, though, this asteroid ain't gonna know what hit him. It's just gonna be gone. It's just gonna be gone in seconds. Because that thing is OP as hell. But anyway. Got a hand drill for now. That'll have to do. Oh, my brain hurts. My brain hurts from that. Okay, Spanj. Ooh, reboot yourself. Blah, 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 blah. Right. You gotta build a CV. You gotta build a CV so you, Stag and Blade, can get the hell off that planet. Between my cargo box and my suit, though, I managed to pick up about 1,700, just under 1,700 neodymium ore. I'm hoping that's enough. I'm hoping that's enough. I don't actually know. Probably not. You need a lot of neodymium. Well, I might have to come back here. Oh, damn it. Never mind. That's the nature of the game. That's the price of entry. That's the cost of what you try and achieve in this game. It's all motivation towards getting CV mining drills and things like that, and actually speeding that whole thing up. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the whole mining, especially by hand, in this game. We're munching asteroids with a CV mining laser turret thing, now that they are, you know, buffed quite considerably. It's actually kind of fun, because you get to see the asteroid just disappear in seconds. Anyway, let's get this stuff down to base, and then we can see about, you know, how many thrusters we can actually make, and whether it's enough. Was there enough to get off this rock? Can we build something that can get us all off? Okay, so we're going to be able to create steel, hardened steel, in fact, for days, and if we run short, we've got, you know, the Thunderstrike behind us to refill the stocks with. So I'm not worried about block count, really. What we need is obviously a warp drive with a pentaxid tank. That's going to get us off the ground. I would like a gravity generator as well. I would like there to be gravity. And the most important thing here is thrust capability. Now, I'm not looking for anything fancy, just something that's going to get us off. So I'm going to go for 2 of the medium thrusters. They're going to be our main thrust. Everything else is going to be smalls. I want 4 lifting thrusters. 4 is in 2 in either direction. Left, right, 2 reverse, and 4 down. So that's 14. smalls and 2 mediums. If it can produce that, then we're getting off this rock, because a lot of the other stuff, the constructor, the fridges, the container extensions and stuff like that, I can actually tear this space apart and get all those components. Oh, I tell you what we are going to need is a CV tier 2 extender. I can almost guarantee that we're going to need one of those, so let's line one of those up as well. Let's see if we can get through all of this stuff. If so, it's already done the warp drive, that's lovely. If so, we are definitely building a CV. Well, it's done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting the hell off this rock. Ah, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here she is, and I could probably guess what you were thinking while you were watching that. What the hell is he building? I know, it's unique. Let's go with that. Okay, so let me explain to you the sort of logic behind this particular sort of build thing that I've just done. So, symmetry mode's had a bit of fun over here, I can see. It definitely has. It definitely did some texturing on an asymmetrical build with symmetry mode on. Oh dear, this is what happens. This is what happens. I don't know. Anyway, so the idea behind this particular build is that it's a central hangar bay, and I've built a ship around it. So I wanted something that could store all of our vehicles if we needed it to. As it turns out, Static and Blighted have got their own CVs, which is great. We've got a little mini fleet already. I'm going to obviously put whatever, I haven't given it a name yet. Whatever that thing is going to be called eventually. I keep upgrading it and doing more and more stuff to it. So who knows? Who knows what I'm going to call that one? This is called the ISS Pandora. ISS stands for Imperial Spanjanite Ship. I'm, gonna call all of our ships ISS something or other. Pandora after the planet. I was considering calling it something like Thunderchild or something like that, because parts of it did come from the Thunderstrike, and I think that would have been a really nice send-off for the Thunderstrike, is naming a ship after her. Thunderchild. Child of Thunder. Thunderchild. Well, it's really, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like a ship. Thunderchild sounds like something you give you'd name a really noisy kid or something like that. Anyway, so I thought I'll go with the planet on which she was conceived, shall we say? Anyway, here she is, and she's thick. She's thick, all right. Yeah, but then like I said, built around a hangar, and I wanted an asymmetrical design. I quite like what I've done with the frontal turrets. There's kind of like a little weapons pod at the opposite where the cockpit is. Let's go inside. We've got a large hangar bay with multiple entrances and stuff like that. So power on a second so we can get the full effect of lighting and glowies and stuff. The other principle I sort of built this thing around was the principle of being upgradable. So, like last time I built the Junker down on the Dark Rogue because, well, there was a time pressure. I needed to get off of that planet because it was killing my soul. But it's actually, Pandora's quite nice, really. It's quite nice. Now, I have the time pressure in the fact that this planet is about to wipe and everything on it is about to disappear and be reset. Fine, but I still have plenty of time to build a decent ship. And more importantly, I had the materials to do it. Thanks to the Thunderstrike down there, an infinite supply of steel plates and titanium plates, meaning that this thing is mostly built out of hardened steel blocks, which has had quite a negative impact on its CPU system. We're at 92% efficiency, which is not great, but it's not unworkable. You know, I general rule, I like anything under 90%, and you really need to upgrade it. Now, I need to upgrade this anyway because that's a whole principle, but there's no way I can get the bridges and matrices and stuff to get a tier 3 CPU extenders at the moment. That's going to be our next mission once we find a new home planet, is getting some bridges and extenders. And we need POIs and we need Polaris to trade with and things like that to do that. And Pandora just doesn't have any of that. So that's to come. For now, we're going to have to operate at 92% efficiency, which is probably going to be closer to 90 because the stuff that's in the base, I'm going to dismantle and put it in here. So that's things like food processor, which counts as a constructor, by the way, and actually costs a considerable amount in the CPU. So, and the extra grow plots I need in here as well. And grow light, which I haven't installed up there, for example. There's less storage in this ship than there is on the base currently with just one, but it is 320 KSU, so at least it's full capacity. Oh, and there's only a small constructor in here. I'll take that out and put the advanced in here, which will also count towards CPU. There's space for a shield generator, but obviously that's going to be a tier 3 thing. And more ammo boxes, which will be swapped out eventually by container extensions and stuff. But at the moment, just a single ammo box will do. Plus 2 additional containers here for other bits and bobs. Behind this door, we've got a highly radioactive engineering section with the warp drive and generators of fuel tanks and stuff like that. And then access in the untextured corners, thruster access for any repairs and stuff like that as well. But as you can see, it gets very hot in there, so only operating there when the power's switched off. Even just standing in there for 2 seconds and I'm already over hot. So, door at the back, you don't need to go in there. Everything else is accessible in the sort of front quarter of the ship and stuff. So I've set up a little bit of signal logic here, as in, you know, this needs to be manually closed because this switch will open all the front hangar bay doors and stuff like that. Whereas this one will just open the top hangar door. So you can get SV and HV flight. There's nothing for the top one yet, but I will add a top one. It's just a case of where do I add the switch, because I've kind of run out of sensible places to put it. On the side of these stairs maybe might be good, or I might do something over in the bridge here. The bridge is got a little cabin, bed, toilet, shower facilities, armor locker, O2, medical, and then of course 3 passenger seats. And a cockpit. And I do like the view that you get from up here. I think is quite good. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the click. That's the click I want. I want the windows, the correct orientation around. That one's wrong, but this one's correct. So we can see out nice and clear. Good. So yeah, you get quite a good view from up here of the sort of general surroundings. So, you know, you can fly it in sort of first person, because the third person camera, as you can see, is aligned over where the bridge is. So, you know, there's maybe a little bit of funkiness on the flying, or maybe it's like one of them third person RPGs when you're flying this thing around. I don't know. I've never flown it before. What I need to do now is dismantle the base, like I just said, and transfer everything into here, including the ships and stuff, and get the hell out of Dodge. I'm going to meet Static and Blighted up in orbit. So, I can't see the orbit playfield at the moment, but do you remember the Ilmarinen that we came across earlier? Well, I'm going to park next to that because that's a nice little waypoint. It's a nice little landmark, and we're going to meet there, and that's where we're going to warp out from. But for now, we got to just dismantle everything. I'm not going to take the raw blocks, but devices and stuff I will definitely dismantle. I mean, the easiest part of this is just the old swap over. So we can go to the Pandora, we can go to the main box, and basically everything in here goes into the main box. Except I've got random things like assault rifles and random blocks in here. And, well, actually, to be honest, that's where they're going to have to go. Because I don't have a blocks box. I have parts, but nowhere for them to go. So they're just going to have to go in main, because that's the biggest thing. The fridge, over into the fridge. Yep, there's only one fridge, so that all goes in there. Input parts, ammo box, obviously into the ammo box. There's a few 30mm rounds in there, but we will need some more. Fuel on O2, I have a fuel and O2 box. Wonderful. And MISC. I have a MISC box. Smashing. There we go. Base is empty as of all of its boxes. Now I just need to dismantle all of its devices. And then we'll be good to go. Oh yeah, and move the ships in, of course. Okay, I think we're ready to go now. The main box is about 200,000 full. It's got a bit of everything in it. That's fine. It can carry it. It's fine. We've also got a decent amount of fuel as well. Actually, let's swap these over because we're going to need to fill our tank up. Pandora, fuel on O2. We've got quite a lot of small. Not a lot of anything else. In fact, let's just shove all the smalls in there. There we go. Full of fuel. Okay, oxygen. Easy. There's only 2 oxygen tanks in this so far, so that's fine. Pentaxid tank. Okay. Well, that's... I think that's okay. That'll at least get us out of the system anyway. No, we can get some more pentaxid. It's fine. We just need to get off of this planet. What I do need to do is probably put down a couple of these things. So, let's see. The food processor was one I mentioned, as was the advanced constructor. And everything else is kind of optional. Okay. Good. So let's take up this small constructor because I don't really see much point in it loitering around. This space is good for 2 constructors. So I'll put one there, and then I'll have another one there once I can upgrade to obviously tier 3. And I want to put some ammo in the ammo box. So let's grab some 30mm rounds. That'll probably do for now. Let's get that going. That probably takes our CPU down to 90%. Oh my lord. Oh, wow. That one, oh my, wow. That really hammered it. That really hammered it. Down at 83%. This thing is a disaster. Absolute disaster. And I'll put this thing down as well. It's going to go even worse. And also this whole room is terrible. Oh, what have I done? Oh dear. This room is, garbage is the right word. Okay, fine. Well, I need to redesign. I need to redesign. This is survival building, I guess. I've overdone it because I put so much hardened steel on this thing that I've cocked it up royally. But then actually, even with hardened steel off, 27,000 for hardened steel. If I take 27,000 off of this, it's going to be over allocation anyway. And it wouldn't even be 27,000 because if it was just made out of steel blocks, that would still be significant. So whatever, it's done, it's buggered, it's rubbish, it's well over CPU, but it'll still work. It'll just, oh geez, will it still work actually? Will it still work? Because at this sort of thing, I'm not even sure that generator is going to cope with this level of efficiency. You can turn off for now. I don't need you. You can just off, Okay. Let's see if we can at least lift off, I guess. Alright. I might have to take that advanced constructor out, like, for now. And just put it back when I need to use it, you know what I mean? Just take it off. And leave it in the box. Just leave it in the box. We don't need it right now. We don't need it. So, yeah. That's better, 95%. I could live with that. Right, fine. Let's get out of Dodge. Ladies and gents, the maiden voyage of the ISS Pandora. Will it lift off? No, because I turned the thrusters off. Thrusters on. 11 hours of power. There we go. Easy lift off. Nice and easy. And we've got 8 medium thrusters on the bottom there. Should be no problem whatsoever. I have left. Down on the ground, a SV4 static to escape with. Or blighted, I don't know. One of them's going to use that to escape. Here we go. We're out of here. Goodbye, Pandora. Thank you very much. Although you can keep the Raptors, yeah? Keep the Raptors. That's not necessary. Right, this ship, I believe, is that derelict ship over there. Yep. Which is about face. A little ways, 13 kilometers over there. Derelict ship, that's the name. That's our rendezvous point. And so let's put my helmet on, shall we? That might help. Oh god, what have I done? I could probably turn oxygen on, but actually, will that even fill the room? No, it doesn't. And I know why. It'll be filling up the little greenhouse room, but I haven't put another ventilator anywhere, so for now it's not too tight. Okay, not a problem. Teething issues, we'll figure it all out. But there we go, here it is, this giant weird box-like box thing with lots of little boxes around it is my ship for the time being. I wanted something unique looking, and I think I got something unique looking, that's for sure. I need to do a bunch of stuff like linking up spotlights to a custom group so that I can just turn them off. Spotlights, that's simple. Boom, spotlights are off. And other energy saving things like half the thrusters need to be turned off, really, ideally. But yeah, this thing is hopefully going to be upgradable and invaluable as a result. But you know, we'll have to wait and see. So if not, it might just be garbage. You know, it looks pretty much like garbage. So it's a flying hangar bay. What do you want? It's a flying hangar bay. Anyway, on that note, ladies and gents, it is time to end today's episode. In the next episode, I should be reunited with Static and Blighted, and we're going to go on merry, merry adventure across the stars. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.